Hey, David, you know who this episode of Gaytriarchs is brought to you by?
Who?
Gaddy's. Gaddy's is the gay dad brand.
Started by a gay dad and a total DILF, by the way. Gaddy's is here to celebrate gay dads with pride and style.
We love their hats, tees, and hoodies for the entire family. David won't take off his Yes Gaddy hat.
And Gavin is obsessed with his Caught in a Dad Romance t-shirt.
Caught in a bad romance.
Gaytriarchs listeners get 20% off their first order using code GAY20.
Shop now for the holidays for all of your friends, gay or other, at heygaddies.com.
That's HEYGADDIES.com.
So what was the story you were just telling me?
Jewish people a long time ago told stories about menorahs and evil ones like stealing menorahs, and they thought a menorah is the very first thing they put up for Hanukkah, and they a long time ago the oil pastel couldn't do it that much, and they were like, oh no, it can't do it. And one day at what was it again?
And this is Gaytriarchs.
Da-da-da-da.
David, I know you're really excited to get this episode started, but I feel like we have done a disservice to our listener by not discussing something for the last 3 weeks, and that something is heated rivalry.
This is how you want to open the show. I literally just told you I have a really funny story to start with. Do you have anything? And then you launch into an old TV show that people are talking about. God.
But we haven't even addressed it yet.
Can't we address it in the middle of an episode? We got to grab the viewer. You got to grab the listener at first.
And this is Gaytriarchs.
Oh, no. This is now the opening of the show, Gavin. No. Don't try to turn this into a cold open. We're in it now. Tell me about heated rivalry, Gavin. Everyone has turned off their
You're right. All right. It's old news. But I just discovered it last week, and I
haven't watched it yet. I've only jerked off to the memes that I can find. I have not watched it, but
there are significant memes out there, and I can't believe that you haven't watched it. But now
Connor's ass.
Every single gay person I know has said to me over the last week and a half, have you watched Heated Rivalry? And I'm like, I know that there's something out there that the whole world is talking about. Well, join the club, David, because wow.
I don't have HBO, and
I'm sure there's illegal ways of doing it.
Yeah. I feel like I would very much enjoy it, but I like all the photos and videos and stuff I've seen.
Are enough.
Very
they
hot,
suffice.
Very
well, I can't say that it's the best acting or screenwriting that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Does it matter?
Nope.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
Doesn't matter. So you're getting it. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to completely deflate and undermine your ability to finally bring your best here to Gaytriarchs.
I'm just going to actually skip that story and put it on the next episode because that's a way to open. But you know what I was thinking about the other day? You know how I feel about OPKs, right?
Yes, I do.
I hate other people's kids.
Totally.
Whether you're my good friend or my family member, I hate your child. Your child sucks. Your child is misbehaved, and your child should act better.
But does this mean that your child? Yeah, I was going to say this does mean that your child is perfect.
No. I also think my child is terrible, but just slightly less terrible than your child. Anyway, something I figured out the other day. You know how I'm constantly complaining about older parents telling me like, oh, it's gonna go by so fast and you're gonna miss all this bullshit.
Just you wait.
I hate it. However, what I've learned is that I don't experience parenting as fast as the older parents say, right? They're like, oh my God, it goes by in a blink of an eye. Like, I don't experience that for myself. I experience the day-to-day slog. However, I do experience that through OPKs. My friends and family who have children, even if they're the same age as my children, when I see their children every 3-4 weeks or whatever, I go, oh my God, she is really, oh my God, she's like night and day. And to me, my children are the same age
they never change. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's just interesting because I am experiencing that, like, it goes by so fast with other people, but with my kids, I'm like, hurry the fuck up.
So this was your hilarious
No,
opener to
I
the.
saved. I skipped it because I'm going to move it on a different episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I completely agree with you. On the flip side of that, and just as a complete aside,
Mhm.
there is a kid on my kids' soccer team who has a little brother who it's the only experience in my life where every time we come to a game on a weekly basis, but then sometimes there will be like a 4-month gap at the winter and that whatnot. I come back and I see the little brother and I'm like, he still hasn't grown. I swear to
Oh,
God, that kid has
it's the
been 2
opposite.
years old. He's been 2 years old for the last 2.5 years. And he just slipped from baby into toddler, but I swear to God, he's been a toddler for 4 years. And it's the weirdest thing. And I've said it to a couple of the other parents, like, doesn't that kid ever grow? And it's just the weirdest phenomenon. Because generally, I think you're exactly right. OPKs grow way faster than our own kids do. I'm with you
Yeah.
entirely. But maybe this is like the opposite. Here's a screenplay that you can explore: is the kid who has that already been done? Not Bilbo
Like the kid who
Baggins, or
doesn't grow up or
that
whatever.
that Brad Pitt movie where he goes backwards in
Benjamin
time.
Button.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins.
There's also
same thing.
like what was the guy's name from Silver Spoons who, like, he had some disease where, like, he just looked like a child for the rest of his life.
Oh, really? Ricky?
No, not the blonde one.
Oh,
That's Silver. That's the other kid. No, maybe not Silver Spoons. Anyway, everyone out there, all our listener out there, is like screaming at the
has
at the
turned up.
microphone.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's also like, please move it along.
Please move it along. Do say something funny. I have nothing funny to say, but I did notice also another fucking thing that I hate about parenting. Sorry, this is
Okay.
going to be a little ranty. It's just us this episode. It's just going to be a little ranty. I do our family's laundry mostly. You know, like you and your husband naturally,
Yeah.
like somebody just does trash.
Fall
more or
into
whatever.
roles.
Correct. And so I do a lot of the laundry. The amount of subsets of laundry when you have 4 different size people in your house is, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me post the other day. I was doing laundry. I had probably 7 or 8 loads, just like college. And I had probably 22 different, like, you know,
Subsets.
Hannah pants, Hannah underwear, Hannah long sleeve shirts, Emmett short sleeve. I mean, it was just obscene how many fucking. So
do you wash them all separately?
No,
or
no,
you
no,
just
no,
mean
all
when
at
you
once.
fold it and when you put it all
when
back?
I'm folding. Oh no, that's what I
yeah.
mean. It's like when I'm folding, I'm like,
Yeah.
there are too many. We need to, like, because you know some gays will, you know, like brother lovers, they'll date somebody or they'll marry somebody who is the exact same size as them. What a dream. You just get to share
Right.
shoes and shirts for the rest of your life.
Don't you share underwear and socks?
I feel like that's a little weird. Is that weird?
Oh. Well, I don't think it
Gavin,
is.
let's unpack that. How do we feel about that?
My partner and I are definitely not the same size. I'm about 5 inches taller. And I went to a wedding across the country a long time ago, a decade ago, more than that. And I grabbed, in fact, it was the wedding of Bill Burton, friend of the show, Gaytriarchs. I grabbed a tan suit. It was a summer California wedding. I grabbed a tan suit out of the closet, and it was not mine. It was Todd's. And so when I put the pants on and they went halfway up my calves, I thought, I'm not showing up to this wedding in clam diggers or capri pants. So I went to the Banana Republic, got a tan suit, left the tags on, went to the wedding, partied, flew back in the suit and half drunk because I had to do it overnight to be back in Spamalot the next day for a matinee. So this was really a long time ago. And yes, I returned the suit. And, you know, Banana Republic doesn't care.
Well, you know what happened when Obama wore his tan suit.
Yeah, I was not.
Fascism came to America. So
yes, but so the sharing of the clothes, I totally understand. I think you should get over the underwear sharing. It doesn't seem like that big a deal to me. But the levels, the intricate columns I create of the subsets of laundry, like you just said, are. When I walk up our stairs with a basket of laundry, I am really, I might as well be balancing, you know, I don't know, a tower of whatever, fill in the blank, because I don't need it. I can't have it fall. Because I can't have it fall, because if I lose all of those subsets, my whole life goes. And if I don't get the laundry put away fast enough and my rotten children dig through that pile,
Oh my God. And they
hell
ruined
hath
all
no
the
fury.
folding. Oh my God.
Yeah, hell hath no fury like that.
I used to work at Abercrombie and Fitch in college, and we had
that
I
tracks.
know. But I just stood in front of the store with my shirt off. I was one of those. But I remember like they had this like very, very strict guidelines where you would have to fold all the shirts on these like plastic boards so they were perfectly the same.
Yes.
You would put them in a thing and they would measure them, and then the manager would come by and scrunch them just so perfectly so they looked a little bit, like a little bit just thrown on the floor, but like perfectly thrown on the floor. It was anyway.
The only retail job I've ever had in my life was at Abercrombie and Fitch for 2 weeks over a Christmas break. I felt like I checked it off the list because it was the most cliche thing I could have done.
Did you stand in front of the store with your shirt off?
I'm not even.
That's my goal. That's my goal body.
Oh, that's
stands
healthy.
in front of
yeah. Going back to when we talked with Dr. X about your body issues that you are absolutely giving to your children. Yeah, you should aspire to be Abercrombie and Fitch. Chinese food makes me sick, and I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. Anyway, speaking of nothing, I need to bring it back to a couple of weeks ago when I was called out for my idiocy, okay? So I was talking about going to the football game with my son, and I saw the New England Patriots play the Atlanta, not Falcons. Excuse me. They were playing the Falcons, and I called them the Atlanta Ravens. And I swear to God, as I said the Atlanta Ravens, I thought, no, I have the wrong bird. I'm sure that I have the wrong bird. Do I have the wrong bird? Whatever. And I just kept talking. And there I was sort of making cheeky jokes about how like, oh, I don't know what football is, but yet insecurely trying to prove that I do know the difference between, a forward lateral and a field goal. I do know what a
doesn't sound like it the way you described it. No.
But I was thinking of a 2-point conversion. Anyway, so listener reached out and he needed to let me know very hilariously that he needed to correct me. And he was not the only one. We have listener who both reached out to me to say, you idiot, you called him the wrong team. And I very much was aware of it. But
the fact that any of our listener thinks that they can like educate us on sport is very, I'm surprised. They must not be a long-term, like, come on. We don't know anything about sport.
I do appreciate that listener Dave said, it is actually, it's the, obviously the Atlanta Falcons or the Baltimore Ravens. And then he went on to say, because he is quite the intellect and full of lots of fun trivia, that the Baltimore Ravens were actually named after Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, because I guess Edgar Allan Poe is from Baltimore, which the only thing I know about Edgar Allan is the song from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, I believe, right? Edgar Allan, an American poet. Anyway, or maybe that's Snoopy the musical. Point being, making this as gay as possible, he did point out that you might argue that the Baltimore Ravens are the gayest football team because who should we name them after? A poem. Yes, let's name a football team after
I'm sorry,
poem.
are you equating homosexuality with poetry? Is creative writing gay?
All right. Well, you heard it here, listener. You were just called out. So anyway, but on the football rant that I'm increasingly watching more football because my son is wanting to, and I'm like, you can watch it, but let's not get too involved. But I noticed that I was watching a Dallas Cowboys game a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed on the back of their helmets it said "Choose Love." They have a little tag on the back of their helmet, and I thought, what is that about?
Yeah.
I did a little bit of a research. No, don't worry, not too deep a dive, because God forbid. But do you remember when there was a guy named Damar Hamlin who was on the Buffalo Bills, I think in 2023, and he had basically a cardiac arrest on the field?
Yes.
You remember that? Yeah. So that guy, Damar, I believe, started the league rallied around him, and there was a whole, effort to wish him back to health, that kind of thing. And Choose Love became kind of the slogan for it. And so people were displaying that on their helmet, which it actually makes me question my research abilities that this is what it came up with, but really this is what the Googs told me.
But not the gay Choose Love version.
But some players are still have Choose Love on their helmet. Not all the Dallas Cowboys, it didn't look like, but I think the QB did. And so quarterback. Don't ask me his name. Do not ask me his name. But anyway, I thought, wow. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to take that as a positive sign for us all that the NFL is choosing, well, some of them are choosing love in whatever way that may be, left open to interpretation and Googling background. So I don't know, give some hope.
So that 8-minute story was in service of there's a slightly confusing phrase that they used that doesn't have anything to do with the gay
It wasn't
version
8
of it,
minutes.
but it was close enough.
It gives me hope. It
And
gives me
your
hope.
point was it gives you hope that there is a negligible difference between the two,
It's
and
like
that the NFL might be embracing homosexuality via a totally different phrase. Is that what that story was about?
someone in their marketing team is very subversively getting on a gay agenda for sure.
I think
and it
you were
wasn't
just
8
trying to
minutes.
get more
And-
straight listener. That's what I think you were trying to do. You were like, let's talk about football. We started with talking about hockey. Now you're talking about football. I feel like this
There you
is
go.
a sports themed episode.
Maybe so. It is. We are deep in that season, and emphasize the deep.
And we are also deep in the holiday season. And I want to
Mm.
bring it back to 6 days ago, when I gave a dad hack of the week. And if you
Yeah.
remember, it was,
Nope.
no, you don't remember. It was to have an advent calendar, and it's super fun. And the kids wake up and they're super excited, and they run to they go open the little door, and there's a little treat reader. I'm here to tell you, I've made a huge mistake.
I'm already here for it.
I regret ever buying these calendars. I regret encouraging you out there, listener, to do it. I hope nobody didn't, because what it has become is a tool for these kids to argue, to fight, to demand they get to open the door on the calendar they like. And I discovered my son had opened 6 doors ahead the other day. And then denied it. And then also one of the calendars, like the pieces are slipping between the doors.
Yeah, for the really cheap calendars like you would get.
Yes. It has been nothing but a total nightmare and nonstop arguing. And I regret it entirely. And I apologize to our listener for having encouraged you to do so.
So that's the first retraction of a dad hack I believe we have ever had. But I appreciate it because it is on brand for our complete hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of hypocrisy, I'm going back to this. I didn't listen to any of that nonsense that you just spouted. And I do want to say that the quick AI overview on Google of the Choose Love on the helmets is a football helmet decal, part of the NFL's Inspire Change initiative, allowing players to display social justice messages, gaining prominence after Damar Hamlin's collapse in 2023, symbolizing unity and healing, and also connecting to the broader Jesse Lewis Choose Love moment for spreading compassion. I mean, you heard
do
it
love
here,
to
not
spread
first.
compassion. And your legs, but compassion mostly.
Both.
I mean, sometimes
equally.
both. Sometimes you're compassionate in bed. They call that a passive bottom.
So, shall we move on to news of the week? Are we ready for it?
Please be good.
You know what? This might be the best gay news of the week that you have ever had.
Okay.
Now, as we know that everything out there is absolutely awful, I don't need to go into the details, but right now the Supreme Court, SCOTUS, is on everybody's shit list and should be. And if you don't know why, go into a deep dive. But there is a primary going on in a congressional district recently vacated, or rather, Jared Nadler, who is the longtime congressman from most of Manhattan, is stepping down at the end of this term. And so there is a whole farm of people who are jumping in the primary. And it was recently, I saw on Instagram that one of the candidates, Cameron Kasky, was interviewed, in which he said that this field of primary candidates is quirked up white boys with twinkish qualities, the hottest primary ever. It's like they're all on the ferry to Fire Island. Now, go ahead and click that link that you have in your the outline there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the link. This is the primary that includes actually John F. Kennedy's grandson, the Schlossberg.
Jack Schlossberg.
God damn it.
Yep. Jack.
Yeah. I was just clicking on it and I wasn't able to open it. There we go. Yes, Jack Schlossberg, along with the guy who made the comment about them being all twinked up. I mean, you see that cast of characters who are all running for Congress right now, just fill Nadler's seat, and they can fill our seats.
I
would
don't think
say.
they would fill anybody's seats. I think they are bumping purses. All 5 of these gentlemen are strict bottoms. Strict caged bottoms.
Talk about judging those books by their covers, but they are some pretty sweet covers. So I am here to watch. I want the debates. I want to see the posters. I want to see all
Shirtless
of their social
debates.
media.
I hear you.
I mean, this could be definitely the hottest primary in American history. I don't know what went on in 1812, but I doubt that they were a bunch of
With a nice
hot
powdered wig
bottoms.
and a flared coat and some little penny loafers. Yeah, some stockings. I could get into that.
Nevertheless, it is something to look forward to, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I've just been so trained by you to whenever you go into the news of the week that it's going to be bad. So I at least appreciate that it is good news.
Now, come on. I try to just bring the good stuff and ignore the bad stuff. We leave that to, I don't know, all the other podcasts that people are listening to. Anyway, hey, moving on. We do have a DILF of the week. And in regards to our fantastic opener here, in which I apologize to all our listener for not having talked about Heated Rivalry yet. I mean, the entire cast deserves to be a DILF of the week, but they're also like young. Like David, we look like old men. Even you look like an old man in comparison to this cast. So I'm choosing arbitrarily, making the executive decision that Francois Arnaud, who plays, oh God, who cares what his character's name is? He's the Parker or something like that. He's the secondary hockey player. He is our DILF of the week. And the reason I chose him is because he basically just looks the oldest of all of them. But thank you, Francois Arnaud.
I have not watched this series yet, so I don't have, I can't really weigh in here, but I just sent you a link via your text. And I want you to, I'm concerned that you didn't make Connor Story's ass your DILF of the week. Because if you click on that link and you scroll down to the GIF of him showering, are you actually kidding me?
Those asses, they have to be actual hockey players, because there is so much muscle in all of those asses that you see in the show. It's unbelievable.
I turn into a vicious top when I see these photos. And unapologetic. Do you know what I mean? Like and I haven't even seen the show. I've only seen these things.
Those are hockey butts, without a doubt.
Hockey butts, yes.
Yeah. Now, I would say you can go ahead and give Francois Arnaud's the DILF of the week if you would like. But Connor Story is just, I mean, they're children. They're children.
How old are they? Aren't they in their mid-20s, late 20s?
They seem even younger than that, frankly. I don't know. I'm just trying to have some standards. Why bother? Why start now, right?
Hi, what podcast are you on? Jesus. There's no standards here. And there's definitely no standards when it comes to our top 3 list.
Gaytriarchs top 3 list. 3, 2, 1.
That's good.
That's good. Is this my week? I think it's my week. Yeah. So this week it is the top 3 hottest Christmas characters. Now, a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, we did the hottest Halloween characters. So now we are going to jump into what are the top 3 holiday characters that you would like to sleep with. All right. Number 3 to me, I think this is pretty clear. The abominable snow monster of the north from Rudolph's Claymation. Listen, he's big, he's hairy, he's dumb, he's got big hands. He'll do what you want. Like that's like bear adjacent, right?
Yes.
Number 2, listen, John McClane in Die Hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hot, right?
Yeah, totally.
In a tank top most of the movie.
Definitely at his prime, without a doubt.
Oh my God, yes. And number 1, and this is a big deal because he was also my number 1 for the Halloween list, Jack Skellington.
No kidding.
Yeah, I want to have sex with that claymation figure from the late 90s. What about you?
Excellent. All right. So in my dilemma of whether or not this is about animated characters or real life characters, I went down quite the rabbit hole of trying to remind myself of all of the Hollywood Christmas movies that I've seen over particularly the last 10 years, because there's so many of them now. Right. And I got a little bevy of all of them. And I was reminded of all of these other characters that I have appreciated over the years. So number 3 for me is my animated invitation, which is Stephen Claus from Arthur Christmas. I know, under the radar, but he's voiced by Hugh Laurie, but he's like an oaf of a gangster, but sexy Russian gangster, sort of with Santa vibes. He's not the Santa character, but he's just like clearly meant to be the beefcake sexy character in an animated Christmas movie. So I'll go with Stephen Claus from Arthur Christmas. Number 2, the lamp from A Christmas Story. Because, I mean, if you're gonna be a sexy leg,
I'll give it
might
to
as
you.
well be.
Do
I want to have sex with it?
No, but I
No.
get it. It's sexy. I get I'll allow this. This is actually pretty creative of you.
Number
allow it.
1, remember our Dilf of the Week from just about a month ago or so, David Harbor. God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
David Harbor is in Violent Night.
Oh, that's a great choice because he is, as we know, very hot, and also Violent Night, technically a Christmas movie.
Technically, it is a Christmas movie.
Well, sure.
He plays Santa in it, and he has some beefcake topless scenes where he's like extracting, I don't know, bullet wounds from his arm. And I was like, David Harbor, can he be? He's just a permanent dilf of the podcast, you know?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Hey, Gavin, I gotta congratulate you. I gotta give props. You were prepared, and that was a great list.
And we do not have one next week, right? Because we are going a little off script for the next few weeks.
We are. So
tell listener why and how.
Yeah. So speaking of listener, next week is going to be our last episode of the year. We are going to return to our regularly scheduled bullshit on January 7th, I believe, the day after we storm the Capitol. We're going to take a little break. I'm going out of town. And also, this show is exhausting to make. As mediocre as it is, we need a little bit of a break. So we thought, what's a good way to kind of send us off? And we decided, let's interview some of our listener. Listen, the cat's out of the bag. We have more than one. And so next week is not going to be Gavin and I talking on the mic, making bullshit stories
blah,
up. It's going to be, we're going to intro the show, and it's going to be just us interviewing some of our listener and getting to know them, getting to know why the fuck they listen to this show. So that's going to be next week. We won't have a top 3 list. We won't have a what would you do. We're just going to talk to our listener and get to know them a little bit. So that is what we were going to do next week. It'll be our last episode of the year. And I know you all are very devastated. Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah. And
well,
so I guess we're used to doing that before we transition to our top 3. I mean, our something great. So maybe I'll just play the sound cue now and then we'll do it.
Okay. So do I have something great or what? I contemplated leaving this in the news section about football, but imagine how you would have reacted if I had made it a 12-minute screed instead of just 8 about football. But it's about the gay Rams. Now, I do not mean the football team. I came across an article about a guy in Germany who is a shepherd guy, I guess. I mean, he's
still a job,
wool,
evidently.
Yeah, a wool farmer. And he saves the gay Rams. Apparently, Rams can often, not frequently, but they can sometimes be gay. And they are often sent off to slaughter because they don't actually have a financial benefit because they're not procreating. Okay. So they get sent to slaughter. This dude, for quite a while, has actually been saving these sheep, and he harvests their wool. And they have started the Rainbow Wool Company in partnership with some marketing people, basically. It's a great story. And so what's hilarious is they actually point out the fact that when ewes, spelled E-W-U, when ewes are pregnant, their wool doesn't grow. So, they're losing out on many months of a time of sheer capitalism and shearing, right? But the gays don't. The gays are producing wool non-stop.
Giving you wool, giving you non-stop wool.
They are giving you wool. So I just thought that this was so wonderful.
Absolutely.
It's something wonderful, not something great. And so a farmer and a designer came together to create the Rainbow Wool Company. I can't wait to reach out to them and not follow through with that because we're nothing but idiots, but reach out to them and have them on our show.
I can't wait for the straight Rams to kind of get wind of this and start
Yes.
going,
Gay for pay.
So yeah, they're like, well, if I just act a little gay, I can like not get sent to slaughter or whatever.
Yeah.
That is so amazing. That's a great story. That is something great, even though it's something wonderful. So for me, my something great this week, listen, it was a great week for the internet. If you are on TikTok or the Instagram Reels, the woman who tried to do flambe on her cake and it went all over the table, the woman who drove 3 hours to meet the guy who commented something racist on her video and made him read an apology letter. It was a great week. Oh, wait. And she also said, do you want me to show your wife your secret Grindr account? It was a great week for the internet.
Snap!
But for me, we discovered this really adorable Christmas movie. If you have kids who watch TV or watch movies, you're always kind of searching for like, what's a fun movie to share with them? It's a brand new movie on Netflix. It's an animated movie called That Christmas. And it takes place in the UK. It's all UK actors, so it just sounds cooler, honestly.
Of course.
And so we watched the movie twice already. It has become one of their favorites. And it's just a sweet movie, and it's funny, and it's well done, and it's like modern. It's just a really great movie. So if you see it on your Netflix home screen and you have young kids, I would definitely suggest it. It's called That Christmas on Netflix. And that is our show. If you have any comments, suggestions, or general compliments, you can email us at gaytriarchspodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can DM us on Instagram. We are at GaytriarchsPodcast. On the internet, David is at David FM Vaughn everywhere, and Gavin is at Poetry is Gay Everywhere.
Please leave us a glowing 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks, and we'll gay ram you next time on another episode of Gaytriarchs.
Oh my God.